Now, intro's playing. In session 0 of our beginning and setting up for our players, we have established them as knowing one another for a short time, but enough time to understand that this is a job that they must do, and these are trying times, as the galaxy has begun its separations of various factions, and the new republic barely lifted its own legs, well, into the galaxy. Remnants of the Empire still remain, and territories that they control by warlords is still at large. No one knows what is going to happen. No one knows what may yet to come. But for now, people are gathering with family, people they work with, and trying to make it with small odd jobs. You all have been informed about the jobs that you will be taking, and the consequences that may come, and possible injuries, and step-by-step stuff that will see how it goes on paper, well, set on paper, see how it goes while in action. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the start of Session 1 of Star Wars: Resurrection of Tyranny. Last where we left off, we were establishing yourselves into the galaxy. You all are on the ship right now of the. Hold on. Let me activate here. Unpause here. You all are on the YT 1930, known as the Ackley Frontier, accompanied by the two droids, Blitz and Bolts, who are associated with your captain, a old Doug Arc pilot, known as Otopilos, and you all are going on your first mission, or job, I should say, where it'll be a escort mission. The information given to you is that this is a small, basically escort transportation setup. A group of Ugnaughts are currently looking for new employment in other parts of the galaxy and are needing a way of getting there for their new boss that is going to be coming into their workplace. They will be staying on the ship for a time being until they reach their destination. In the meantime, what would you guys like to do while you are prepping for the ship and getting things situated?
Who wants to go first?
One like Warwick would just be probably going over pretty much hidden nooks and crannies in the ship.
Okay. You do find a few nooks and crannies of the ship. The one that you've somewhat favored is near the sublight drives and close to the hyperdrive, which you don't know what this you wouldn't really know what this thing is. You just know it's a bunch of flashing lights and weird different colored strings and vines. All this stuff is very strange to you, and you having encountered very few uh, space traveling people, you find this as a new frontier uh, for not only yourself but for your people. As you know that Ewoks have never really left home, and very few dare to even travel to where trespassers of home are now everywhere. As you look about, everything is new here. This is in your sense, a new jungle to explore. Um, I'm trying to get the
About
music
what time
going.
is it?
Galactic Standard Time. It is roughly about, I'd say 9 a.m. Uh, at least where it is for the galactic time, where you are currently in Trogan. A solar position of the planets would be roughly about 2 to 1 p.m. So you guys have been up for some time. Uh it just feels early for you, but it's older
Mm,
time in this system.
Probably waking up from a quick power nap of probably 5 to 6 hours.
Okay. Okay.
Ah, rise and shine, dairy. All right, I'm gonna go make some space coffee.
Also, I am creating more music. Um I'm actually going to be coming up with some battle music for you guys soon. Uh
Sweet.
and I just hope it sounds good. It's actually it'll actually sound something similar to that. Oto is currently going over controls in the cockpit. The droids are currently chilling out, and what the hell happened to this droid? That is not the right droid. Oh no, son of a bitch.
We can fix it later.
Yeah, well, I'll fix it later. Anyway,
Um, Riot will come walking out of his room reading a pamphlet, Mandalorian philosophy throughout the ages,
hmm,
as he comes
okay,
and sits down at the hollow table.
okay,
Sits down is very loosely. It's more like leaning up against the chair, considering he's fucking 8 feet tall.
yeah. you you hit your head on some lower parts of the formation of the ship. This one means somewhere in the corner is definitely one of those spots where you can just lean.
Okay. So I will. You mentioned over in like this corner here.
Yeah, so right there you could like lean pretty well. Your head sits a little nicely um, on this spot where these chairs are leaned up against. Um, the Mandalorian philosophy book is quite interesting. Their beliefs are that of honored warriors, but their history has always been a constant, a constant means of fighting. And while other groups in the galaxies and factions in the galaxies have struggled, these hardened warriors continue to spread their beliefs not only through either pure bloods but also through other people in the galaxy. Not one specific race is ever um, mentioned, though majority have been mainly humans. Very few other races join in on the Mandalorian belief because it's hard for them to either fit in or you're not really too sure. But nevertheless, these warriors have lasted thousands of years. Um, Even some of the tales of their philosophy have mentioned wielders of some sort of mystical magics of some sorts, um, which you know are the Jedi, and you know
Yeah.
very little of the Jedi, but you know that they do carry some sort of magical abilities, and no one seems to know what it truly is, at least those that don't use it themselves.
Uh, I will. I will skim through and see if I can figure out what's been going on as in the recent few thousand years of
Okay,
galactic history.
okay, go
So
ahead.
that's what he's doing.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a history check, with
A lore.
advantage, or a lore check, yeah, with advantage, because you have been gathering up some stuff for the last few hundred years and trying to see what's going on. 15. Um, you would know the baseline of what's been going on in the galaxy, uh the collection of the Grand Army of the Republic that it came to be, the conflict with the Confederacy of Independent Systems, the Jedi involving themselves, and the rise of the Empire, diminishing of the Republic, and now of recent few years, you know that the galaxy is currently under the rule of the New Republic that was once under the Rebel Alliance. The Rebel Alliance has destroyed, well, fractured the Empire a bit, as their power seems to still be in place, but more as like almost criminal syndicates and just warlords that believe, oh, this is my place, this is my territory, this is where I operate, so people are still under me. And their presence is still felt in the galaxy, but there is still confidence and hope in many people that
I
history will
missed so
change
much
and better.
conflict. He's just reading the pamphlet. I've missed so much conflict over the years.
What else are you guys doing?
I guess there's Tidbit
Well,
left.
I'll move out to the technical station and I'll look over my body and see if I can do any repairs or anything.
Okay. You see that a few of the technical supplies here are specific for droid maintenance. Mainly astromech, but there are some protocol bits here and there. There's some fusion torches, some some dip oils that you can be able to just place on yourself and get some of the like creaking and uh, deep joints that continue to sort of like shift, and sometimes it's hard to like move like your right hand because it does like this like creaking noise. It's a little annoying, but a little bit of oil helps, and now it's not making that much noise.
Need some touch-ups, Biddy?
I think my droid, my components are fine for now.
All right, if you need me to fix anything again, just tell me.
I appreciate it, Seer Jim.
Yeah, come on, call me Grim.
All right, thank you, Grim.
Walk back.
Alrighty. Also, I realized what happened to the token for that droid. It got it got saved over, so now I gotta remake it. Oh well.
Have fun.
I'll at least have one of the droids. So, you all are still a little bit prepping. Is there any things that you want to talk about with Oto, or talk to any of the crew there that are just wandering around and making sure that they're getting ready to head out from this asteroid station you guys have been laying low in with the ship?
Yeah, I'll go up to what was this droid's name again?
That is. Give me a moment. That's a Blitz.
Hey, Blitz, how's it hanging?
He turns to you. He's going through systems with his extension piece, as there's a console insertion for him to gain access to the ship's controls. As he turns his head to you, looks at you, does some little beeps and bops, but you understand the binary code. He says, just checking systems, making sure we don't have any issues with the hyperdrive, because we're going to be heading out soon. What's up with you guys? You guys ready as well?
Actually, does my character know binary?
Actually,
I don't think he.
check your
I
sheet.
don't think he does. No, I think I just hear the beeps and boops and I go, right on.
Yeah, he just goes.
Right on.
boop, boop.
Yeah, look at that little guy go.
Oh yes, Tidbit who knows binary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tidbit
it's
knows
me.
binary.
I know binary and Ewokese. Which I
I
still
think
think
I'll do a
is
little.
funny.
I'll do a little knock on the captain's cabin.
Boom, boom. The captain opens up the door for you. Yes.
Hey, we got an ETA.
We're heading out in the next hour. I'm making sure that we have the right signals. There's going to be a lot of communication traffic, as well, we're going to a place called substation BL218, but everyone in the galaxy calls it the Wheel.
the wheel, huh? And during all this, I'm going to walk into his captain's quarters and like rest my feet up on his table.
He's
So
gonna.
the wheel, huh? What do people
He.
call that?
It's funny you ask. The station has a large circular donut-shaped wheel around it with a central mass that connects to it. It's well known for many casinos, cantinas, shopping places, droid manufacturers, engineers. It is a refuge of sorts for all sorts of commercial. But it's
You see
changed
Seer Grim.
hands in faction holdings, but is still made within the corporate systems.
You'll see Seargrim's eyes open up a little bit more the more you say cantinas, casinos, sin, sin, sin. He's like, oh yeah, oh, this
It's
is gonna be fun.
I've went and gabbled a few credits myself and have gotten some good amounts here and there, but all of it usually goes to the ship. You'll definitely enjoy it, I believe.
Oh, well, definitely.
But
All right, well,
but remember, we're there for a job. Once our job is done and we get it going, we can spend some time at the place. I'll make sure you guys get some times to use your credits that you have currently on hand.
I'll hold you to that promise, old man.
Hmm. As he looks at you and says, We'll be out soon." And close the door behind you.
Riot just walking casually past Grim. Just doesn't even say anything, just nods, and then walks over to the captain's quarters and knocks.
He opens the door for you. Yeah, so who is it now?
And,
Oh,
uh,
guy.
Riot will duck down coming into the room. So, we're heading towards the so-called wheel.
Yes, the wheel.
And then he'll ask, what exactly goes on at this wheel?
Mainly commercial and trade, but there are other places as well. There's, as I was just saying to your friend there, it's filled with cantinas and other sorts of places as well. Robo places, mercenaries, even engineers and starships, all coming in and out of that place. So,
Do these cantinas act like the ones of the bygone days and operate dueling rings?
depends on some of them. Some of them are really old, some of them are rehashed, brand new. The wheel has been around for several generations now. Um, older than my father's father for sure. So it's more of where we're going to be landing that's close by. So if we do find a place that has one, then it'd be interesting to see, but very few places do nowadays in the galaxy.
Oh,
Well, there he is.
Hello, hello.
hello.
Hey Taylor, we're just barely getting started. We're getting stuff prepped up.
Good, good. Yeah, I was. Fortunately, the bus was there waiting for me when I got to the stop. So
Perfect. So yeah, everyone's just gathering up stuff and prepping. If you have any questions for the captain or want to talk to your fellow crewmates, go right ahead.
Well, Riot will nod towards Odo and, well, I shall be interested in seeing what this wheel provides.
It will provide a little of everything. Remember, we'll have a job there.
Oh, I know. Work comes first.
Exactly. I'll head out with you. I need to prep the ship for the engines, make sure they're working. As he sort of comes underneath you and does the weird little
oh
walks,
my.
the little walk jog, and stepping over uh, to get through to the cockpit.
Uh, I guess Riot will then just begin walking, just like, not really walking, but exploring the ship, kind of.
Okay. It's definitely worn. It's definitely worn down and has some spill marks and various pieces of where panels have been removed and or some of them are off their hinges or just completely off entirely with reworked wires. Um, there's a mixture of different colored panels for the floorboard pieces. Some of the like cushioned uh, spacings where like if the ship is getting attacked, you like hold on, have been either ripped or torn. Um, this ship has definitely seen its day of use and continuous trying to keep clean moments. As you see the other droid, the green R7 bolts, which currently got replaced because of fucking shitty token stuff going on and things. He's using some sort of like little scrub spin bit to clean out and buff out this huge spark mark that was right next to one of the escape pods.
Riot does not know how to communicate with bolts, so he'll just continue exploring the ship until eventually, I guess, he comes back to the holo table
All right.
and sees our resident Daro.
Yep, Daro is at the table. Daro, what are you doing at the holo table?
Probably just taking probably just relaxing. Honestly, I probably have like a holo book or something in my hands or some like. I don't know. I'm probably just taking apart. There's probably not a weapon like for repair table or maintenance table. So I actually have pieces of my gun on the table, and I'm
Okay.
just kind of doing basic maintenance on it. I give you a nod as you walk up.
Okay. Yeah, you have your weapons organized quite well. You take a few tools from the weapon storage, where at least a few of the tools to maintain them are. Um, and yeah, you're taking apart your blaster.
Anything you need maintenance for?
No, just exploring the ship. Couldn't help but read up on a little bit of the culture going on currently. Seems like I missed quite a few conflicts.
You were gone for how many years again?
He just pauses to think about a response. Far too long.
I mean, to be fair, really, as long as you missed the last 20 years, you were in for a shock.
You could say something like that.
Well, to live in interesting times, right?
Well, maybe with this collapse having happened recently, there will be a little bit of chaos and some conflict to come out of it. That's where names are born, anyway.
I think everyone wants to mark their name in legend until they find out what the cost of that is.
As long as it's a worthy cause, I'm willing to put my name down in the book.
As you all are prepping and finally getting stuff done, the captain shouts out to you all, "We're ready to head out. If you need anything more, say now or keep your peace. Hyperdrive coordinates are being set."
Oh, hallelujah! Some action.
I mean, how many days is it going to take us to actually get there?
It'll take roughly just a day. You guys are going to
Okay.
be spending a full day in hyperspace, but we're going to get to that point. As there a few of you are sitting around waiting, the captain is hitting a few buttons. Just says bound, bound, doop, 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 doop. Has his hand ready on the to the hyperspace lever. He says, "We're jumping," and
As he says that, Riot will reach up and grab onto one of like not the loose panels, but one of the exposed panels in the ceiling and sort of grip onto it to stabilize himself.
Yeah, the ship does shake a little bit as it is prepping for this, as it is an old ship. The front mirror of the ship fills with streaking lights of stars and eventually a large looming clouds of space debris and the galaxy itself. As
Um,
you guys are now heading out to the wheel. And we are currently near the Trogan system. That's where Felucia or Renvar are. Once you guys are looking there, I'm gonna move the ship to the wheel.
oh yeah, I can see. Nice, I can see your little ship.
And it's moving.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sweet. So, a day's travel has happened. If you have rations in your thing, go ahead and minus at least one ration from inventory.
The captain doesn't pay for our food while on ship.
There is food on the ship that you guys can take from as well. I'll just count it as like a rations pack. So
Do I do that, or
any of you guys can if you
Yeah.
want.
I'm a robot?
He
That's what
eats
Oh,
our
yeah,
rations
you're-
for fun.
If you
I
were
just want to be
if you're a
included.
mechanic, then no, you don't.
Shove it in your mouth hole. Just.
I am a human.
He's more human than human.
He takes a single cracker and just fucking crushes it right against his face. So, you all have jumped out of hyperspace now. You all have gathered into the cockpit to see what this wheel is. And greeting you are a few lines of incoming ships of all kinds, from people's personal starfighters, full cruisers, even a large frigate of some Corellian design, are all here waiting to approach this ginormous structure. The centerpiece of this space station houses a large, somewhat lamp-like shaped uh, cylinder that is sort of bumpy in a bit of some places. Not like the ships that you would see for like the Mon Calamari, but it has that same color, that gray and combined silvers and all sorts of different colors of metal that have been either replaced or placed on this very old station. The name implied of this place is this large donut shape, just brown mass that is connecting only by like what appears to be like little structured scaffolding pieces to the main. I'm trying to avoid saying the main shaft.
The main
Avoided
axis.
the
The
worst
main
way to be.
axis
Gay.
and control system of the station.
Welcome to the shaft, gentlemen.
As this is going on, you see that the captain and Bolts is they have hooked themselves into the ship itself. As you hear, just like turning a radio and trying to get a station out of random in your car, and it just does like that static thing where it's like the captain is I'm somebody that's and it's just
Could I assist him with
multiple.
a piloting check?
Sure, you can go ahead and do that.
Just trying to like see if I could help him find a frequency. Oh,
20. With your guys' assistance, he looks over towards you and points to you and says for you to turn this bit. And while he's flipping switches, he says, "Wait!" As communication comes through and says, This is the UG. This is the UG frequency. UG frequency. We are sending this out to our contact. Please respond, for I have spoken. And Oto puts in a few wire bits into the console and begins to speak through a wired connected hand communication comlink. As he looks at you, this is contact to UG. We have entered the system and are currently waiting position for an available hangar. Acknowledged. We will be waiting for your arrival. We are on platform 281-B. Try and make yourselves there if possible. Understood. It's the rest of you. Well, we are here. And so far it's busy as always.
All right.
What you see out in the glass are different lines of ships either coming in and out of hyperspace. As the distant planets, there are planets in this system, but the wheel has its own dedicated, basically, rotation. As a distant planet out in the solar system is like a blue, somewhat lined gas giant that is so far away, like it's far away enough to be like the size of a golf ball in your periphery. And past that is the glow of the sun. Like you can't see where the sun is, you can only see like the edge of it through the positioning on the planet and the solar and the substation. And with the position of the cockpit, it makes it just a little bit harder because of those huge forks that are in the way as well. Anything you guys want to ask or do before we head in?
So where we're gonna go meet our client?
We're meeting him there, as he points over to the large donut shape. We need to try and find a hangar in that direction.
Yeah, I understood that. Where, more specifically?
In the lower section. So the
Oh,
station is tilted. So it's not like upright in front of you. It's sort of tilted at a 45-degree angle, and the wheel sort of is positioned like not centered in your periphery. It's more to the upper right. So you guys are coming in at a low angle of this wheel. He pulls up on the screen and says, "Here, this is where we need to go." As it sort of does like the hologrammed projection on the screen of where you need to position and meet up with them. As this is happening, as you look out to try and see more of what's going on, behind the station and out from the shadows, like a piercing spear
Oh,
that
no.
has instilled fear in the galaxy for some time. 2 Imperial Star Destroyers have shown themselves with a small escort of incarcerator class cruisers, at least 3 of them. As Oto looks over and says, "Damn imps!
Is this an imperial world?
It's Imperial territory, or at least they think it is. They control a small sector of this area as well. I didn't think they were gonna be out this far." As behind you guys, TIE fighters have now run past you, as they are now the security force in this territory. As an Imperial communications is put into you and says, "YT Corellian freighter, please send your code chains so we can be able to get you into the hangar. Repeat, YT 1930. We need your chain codes to get in. Oto looks over and grudgingly and hits a button that says chain codes being sent. As he actually does not have chain codes. Instead, you see him use in a legal chain code finding device. Which
Yeah, Daro quietly moves into the back and kind of gets easy access to where the turret area is, just in case it's needed.
Mm-hmm. How do you guys do the rolls real quick? Is it just 1D? Is it
what
just like
rolls?
1D? I'm trying to roll a d20 for
Slash roll.
slash
slash.
roll. Okay,
Because
slash.
it's on the sheet, you can just like click it.
Slash command is not valid.
Slash roll and then space whatever die you're trying to roll.
Oh, there's also a
No, it's not a space between. It's slash roll, space.
Slash roll space. And then 1d20?
Yep, and then +4.
+4. Okay. Oof. Okay. There's a moment of
is that
silence. A moment more. A moment more. The suspense for you guys to try and get in here is already on edge. The Empire being here definitely is not helping. As Oto looks to you all and says, I hope this works, or else we're going to be in trouble.
Should we start moving to the secret compartment?
Send the droids first. A communication comes in just as you are all about to move. As says YT 1930, we'll be setting you up in Hangar Bay 281-B for a possible cargo inspection. It seems you're carrying some things that we believe are not suited for this particular territory. Follow our TIE fighter escorts, and we will make sure that you get here safely. Enjoy your time on the wheel. Oto takes off his communications as the TIE fighter come in as they're like, Smarty, follow our lead. As you hear, and
so
the
smuggling
roar.
compartment or blasters.
You want to fight a destroyer? I don't.
If we have to run,
2 of them. I'm counting.
I'm saying if we have to run rather than shoot.
You all are now passing alongside with this TIE fighter escort, not to the Imperial Star Destroyers, but instead to the hangar bay on the wheel. As they are prepping, they sort of lead you on the edge of it as you sort of see onto the right side. You guys have now moved along the wheel's edge, or the wheel's surface almost. Kind of like how the Death Star, how they were doing that Death Star sequence, like in the tunnels. You guys are kind of like doing that, but at a slow pace with these TIE fighters. They come in with communication saying, "Next port up on your edge, far left. Prepare for an inspection." As the TIE fighters shoot off. And you all are now in the hangar bay.
Before we got there, Riot would have leaned in and quietly asked, "So are we hiding or what are we doing?"
I will be here with the droids until this supposed inspection passes. The rest of you, I suggest you find a place somewhere on the station to lay low until I give the call to begin our mission.
You don't think they're going to be waiting for us?
No.
Like up one or
This place is too large. The Empire is too spread out. There will be an inspection, but by the time they know who's in the ship, they won't know who's all associated. There's too many There's too many people here. Plus, they don't have full control. They're more of a side faction. This place is mainly owned by the corporations themselves, trade federations, banking clans, Corellian engineers, Ugnaught unions, that sort of things. They are only controlling a small portion of territory, so they are limited under rules. But do prepare, as we will have some issues.
All right. Could I see if there's any way to like just the cameras to kind of make them go sync for just a couple like 5-10 seconds, just so we can kind of book it to the door and get out without the camera seeing us?
Roll me a perception check to see if you see any cameras in this hangar.
10.
10. The design of this place is very old. It is a combination of various types of panels and things, but this hangar bay doesn't seem to be very occupied. You see a few people walking around, a few droids, just moving bits and pieces, or some people that are working. What are they called? An Adorian Zabrak comes up to your ship, wearing some basic clothing, as he looks to you all and says, "Hey, what are you guys doing in this hangar? Were you authorized through here?"
All right, I thought we were gonna kind of like quietly kind of disappear into the group without engaging if he doesn't want them to know we're with him.
Okay.
I'm not good at deception, but I can try and like to say, yeah, we were authorized to be here. Just we'll be heading out for a little bit. Do y'all want me to try that?
No, I'll also, it's like, we're supposed to be here, of course.
We are supposed to be here.
Go ahead and roll a group. Actually, roll a deception check with super advantage, since you guys are all saying like, "Yeah, we were authorized here."
Wait, am I missing? We are supposed to be here though. This is where the Emps told us to land, right?
Yes, but
From
this
the
dock
Yeah, but
worker.
we're not
Yeah,
like
but this
supposed to.
yeah, this dock worker doesn't know that you guys are authorized. It's streams of communication that aren't going too well. This dock worker is just double checking, like, hey, were you led in by the corpse? Were you led in by the imps? Like, that's what he's just trying to figure
So
out.
is it deception or is it persuasion?
Either deception or persuasion. It'll be super advantage, so you would roll 3 dice.
Are we all rolling?
Just one of you
I
guys.
think it's-
I'll do it.
All right.
So here's just advantage.
Okay, and then
And
one more.
then normal. Okay, so a 7. Wow.
17.
Not the greatest.
He looks over towards you and says, "All right, I'm assuming you guys were brought in by imps, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn bastards. They're always
What?
trying
What? What?
They're always trying to
Let's
take
make-
over areas.
Yeah, let's just make this really easy. He's only the captain on the ship that you got to deal with. That's everything else. I don't think is worth mentioning. Get me?
And you'll be right about that. As the captain is looking over and comes to this door, this Iridonian, and says, "I am the captain of this place, and yes, those damn imps were telling us to come through here. I apologize for that." Here, as he gives out a credit stick to this worker. It's a gold credit stick. As he looks over, as the Idorian looks to it and says, "All right, I'll let this slide. If the imps come by, I'll just tell them that you guys are already inspected, but no promises on them going on your ship."
Give him a nod for that, and yeah.
The guy heads out, and you all have free reign now of the place that you want to explore. So, where would you guys like to go? Explore and do a little bit of what's going around. The hangar bay area that goes out into space is that blue hue. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like the Republic ships, how it has like that weird blue hue that goes around it, that shows the outside of space. Um, so you guys are able to breathe in here. You guys are able to uh,
I hope.
walk around and whatnot. Walk around and whatnot. There's normal gravity, so no sort of things like that. So off to the races.
I think I just go in and immediately, hang out, quote unquote, check through this window, see what we got in here, but trying not to look suspicious, but just like
Okay,
casually peeking in.
go ahead and give me uh, a perception check.
So,
Hi.
23.
23. You see that this is the operating room for the hangar. So someone watches over this hangar at this particular spot. There are a few people that are working in here. There is a large generator that's right here to give power to this section. There's a large device of some sort over in this corner. It looks very old. A lot of the stuff looks like a combination of new and old tech, just mishmashed together. A little bit further in the back area, more towards here, you see there's what kind of looks like a maintenance bay for all sorts of things, as there's dangling gear pieces and uh, little like cargo motor trucks and little uh, sort of wheeled droids that are single wheel droids that are like carrying stuff, and people that are loading things onto large cranes that are moving. People are welding stuff together, and sparks are flying in all sorts of directions. So this place is a little more active. This place is a little more active than over here. There's like maybe one or two people operating this section.
Darrow, as soon as he kind of stepped off the ship, he put just a rebreather in, like it's just a small gas mask, and
Hmm.
he does. The captain has my comm link. I make sure he has the signal for mine, and yeah.
Okay. Over here is a door for you guys, which is the main entranceway into this hangar that leads to uh, the rest of the ships, or the rest of the station. Coming through this area is a airlock system, so in case if something does happen, people can pre-prep. Over here, we're in the hallway section, and something happened where I can only see what you guys are seeing.
Oh, do we have to reset the?
I think I just have to. Let me pause real quick for you guys. I'm gonna reset my stuff. And okay, it's reset for me. Okay, so continuing forward. You guys are seeing down in these hallway sections. A lot of people that are just moving around. There are all sorts of aliens, droids, of people. Some rich, some poor, some that look like they're hardened criminals. It is a mixture of all sorts of beings in this area. Um, pausing, pausing a moment. Uh, Sergrim, you have entered the maintenance bay that you saw through the window area, and there are a lot of workers over here. You see that there are bits and baubles all over in this section. There is a protocol droid that comes up to you and says, "Oh, hello there. Are you one of the new workers that were sent by Lord Garrotin?"
I have a decision to
Do I start a normal life with a normal job?
do. I
Shall-
retire adventuring and just become a maintenance worker? No, we can't get up to shenanigans this quick. Oh, no, I was just
Oh,
wandering around.
I see. Do be careful. The organic workers here don't take kindly to wanderers here. As
Of
he,
course, yeah, I won't get in
as
anyone's way.
someone calls over the droid and says, R3! As he's like, oh my sleeve. As he sort of startlingly walks away. Let's see.
I'll just kind of like raise my voice, like, "Don't worry, he's just doing his job." You said there were bits and bobbles.
Yeah, there are there are just pieces of machinery everywhere. There are large gears. There are thruster pieces. There are tools all over the place over here. This place is both a mess and not really a junkyard, but definitely a scrapyard for sure, as there are people that are talking. There are just moving bits and pieces all around here. Like there is work being done here. As you are moving around, I'm gonna
Is there anything specifically shiny that catches my eye?
go ahead and roll a roll me an investigation check to see if you
Sweet
can
grace.
find something real shiny.
Hey, we take 17 though.
17. Okay.
You-
You see that there's a lot of grimy bits here and there, but there is one thing that does catch your eye. It appears to be some pieces for some explosive devices, um, mainly for combustion engines, but this particular barrel of this material does catch your eye because it is a brand new barrel of rhydonium, a very highly explosive compound that is just sitting in the midst of all this stuff. As people are passing by you, there's another Devorian that sort of bumps into you. He has sort of like an orange skin, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
Oh, my apologies. It's not often I see other Devronians,
Deveronians, yeah.
Devronians around here.
Well, we have to find work somewhere in the galaxy, right?
Of course. And I think I would like to try and keep him here just to do a little bit of actually, does he look like someone like the most important person in this room, or like decently
Roll me an
like
insight check.
not like insight check? We're okay with those. 13.
13. He definitely looks like a maintenance worker. It's kind of hard to tell who's really in charge here, as most of these people are just wearing either outside space gear, overalls, tool belts. There's not really anyone like in charge here. It's just a whole bunch of different workers, but he just seems somewhat new. He's definitely dirty. He has like big goggle markings of where he's been wearing these thick goggles are now just resting a bit on his horns. His horns are very long and unmaintained. They definitely look like uh, like like unkept ram horns that have had some damage. Um, as he looks to you and says, If you're around here, and there's only one other of our kin that I know of, then you must be new, right? Unless you're just some stranger wandering in here.
A little bit and I'll dodge the question and just like trying to just tell a little bit of small talk with him
Okay,
for a little bit, because I want to try and activate my, what is it, my charmer ability, and just make small talk with him for about a minute.
okay.
Just
I'll
like, oh, so which what part of insert Devronian planet for the it sounds weird to talk to like the fourth wall, but for the people who are watching, I know nothing about Star Wars. Everyone else knows a lot about Star Wars. I got nothing.
okay.
I'm here for the love of the game.
I'll say you make some small talk for the meantime. As you're doing that, what is the rest of the party doing currently? You guys have walked past some nonchalant hallways. Definitely just people and droids just passing by you guys as you're walking through. Tidbit and Daro, you actually come across what looks to be a living quarters area where there are somewhat like layers of apartments. As in the centerpieces of this are some planter beds with some benches for people to sit, as there are some people that are conversating and taking respite here. Um, you see that there's one very unhappy man that is sort of like getting at his droid about something, as the droid is just holding these large stack um, of boxes. Uh, you can enter these rooms, though you will have to make some rolls in order to do so.
I'm more looking to see if there's a market. I have no interest in like breaking into somebody's house.
Okay.
Want to rob the populace? No, I don't. I do not.
Is this like
As-
a maintenance room or?
Oh, I forgot to close that door. Okay. So, we're going to stop right here for a moment. So, in this room that you have entered, it looks to be the internals of the um like the inner workings of this substation. As you have stepped into this space, the door closes behind you as it locks in place. You are now standing on a open platform, and you see. Actually, give me a perception check, because this place is huge. It is widely open. There are platforms and stuff that is being moved here by vehicles and all sorts of other stuff. But 14. You do see up here that there are some cargo containers, but there is a Ugnaught over here. This sort of pig-faced, like droopy dog, pig-faced creature as he walks over to you and just goes and is trying to speak to you, like he's gesturing, like, "Hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be here."
I look at the locked door and I'm like, I don't know. I came in and it locked behind me.
He does like this shooing motion towards you to go
The
on.
door is locked, and I knock on the door. Locked.
Um,
The door is locked, right? Like,
try and see if you can.
oh, okay. So you said it sealed behind me. I was like, oh, it locked. Okay.
It has an auto close feature to it, so like
Oh, okay.
it'll close after some time. Going
So
and
they
continuing down, you do see and hear, and at least Doro, you smell various types of food, alcoholic drinks, and you are hearing people who are enjoying themselves in what looks like a large casino game setting.
Are there any markets here that I've heard people talking about, or because,
Um,
or is this basically it's this place and the living area and then the kind of maintenance down here?
there's some more. You guys, I believe you've passed by a door, in the hallway area. But there are some shops for sure. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, though.
14 again.
14. You are definitely aware and are
Stormtroopers.
looking around as a bit in the distance you do see what appears to be some imps that are coming down the
Gee,
hallway.
come on. Gee, come on.
They they are passing by various people. This area is filled with individuals, so if you're actively trying to hide, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Do I gain
How
any
do I
bonuses
roll?
for just trying to mingle with the people?
Yeah, I'll say you have advantage because you're trying to mingle with the locals.
Can you explain to me how to roll?
Okay, so on your character sheet,
Yes.
under skills, you see all your different.
Yes.
So click on the one you want, and it pops up advantage, normal, or disadvantage.
Normal.
Just
Okay.
so click on stealth and with advantage.
With advantage? Fantastic.
Oh,
Holy
nice.
shit. Holy shit.
14 and 21. You guys blend in quite well with the crowd. The droid definitely blends in with the crowd, as there are actually droid servants that are walking around. Some of them are the little tiny, short-bellied, pointy-eared ones. I don't know the fucking ones. It's the ones from the Clone Wars. I just call them the
Yeah, yeah.
little mouse, the cooler mouse droids. They're walking around. You see there is the droid models that are the Cantina ones from Episode 2. The one that like greets Obi-Wan and says there's a Jedi. You see that there are protocol droids also that have some trays and stuff that are with them. There are all sorts of aliens here. There are Trandoshans. There are the Dantawani dog types. There is a whole bunch of different kinds of people here. The games that are going on, these large hollow lights over here, what is it? Warwick and Riot. Do you guys want me to move you into that area, or are you wanting to check out
Uh,
this door?
Oh, dude, Ruben, do you want to go to where they're at or check out this door here?
I'm just gonna like if they're doing their own thing, that's fine. I'm just gonna kind of like shift around quietly, just kind of see if I can overhear what's going on in the station. Just
Okay.
get some information while we're waiting for the others. I'll send out a quick kind of communication to the residents for we're still in the casino. I will warn that the stormtroopers are walking around, so just
Okay.
be careful.
The rest of you hear that stormtrooper patrols are on the lookout. So try not to look suspicious. As this is going on, Warwick and Riot, you come across this door. It appears to be not very occupied by other people. There is a watch your step little sign right here. What would you guys like to do?
Riot's kind of just keeping an eye on Warwick at the moment. Although he's also looking around to see if there's any exposed panels for in case he needs to slip out of his armor and pull all of his stuff into one of these exposed panels.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a investigation check to see if you can find any of these panels. Warwick,
Okay.
what are you doing?
Warwick is going to try and operate a door.
Just adore people?
No. He's just trying to operate a fucking door.
Oh, you want to open the door? Okay.
Yeah, just trying to open that shit, trying to figure it out. Just press
the
some
door
buttons until it opens.
The door seems to be locked, as a continuous noise of an irritating like bedit, bedit, bedit. Like every time you like press a button, it's like bedit, 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 bedit. It is definitely strange, but past this door, you smell various odors. There are a whole bunch of different odors that are coming through this door. Go ahead and give me what's the rule for lock picking? If you want to try and like open
That's
the
going to
door.
be, if it's technological, or I mean digital, it's going to be security. If it's physical, it's going to be slicers.
Okay, go ahead and give me a technological roll or a security roll.
Do not have security, but I do have I do see a technology button.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. I will say it's with disadvantage because you are a
I'm a fucking Ewok
you're
trying
an
to figure out
Ewok trying
how a
to
door works.
exactly.
All right.
Jesus.
Okay.
The luck of the
okay.
dice.
The
20.
dice tell a story.
You are
Oh,
pressing
Warwick is the smartest
controls,
man.
and eventually you just put in a sequence of numbers that unlocks the
Works.
door for you. Okay. As you open this door, you see that it is a vast hole that has no top, that has no bottom. It is completely dark, and it smells like every single gross smell you have ever smelled, like rotting fruit, rotting corpses, uh like weird sicknesses. It smells like the worst bog you have ever smelled in your life, and it is not pleasant at all.
The land of the dead.
Riot,
You're what?
the land of the dead.
Just the land of the dead.
Riot, you see Warwick open this door, and you know that this is a trash compactor doorway. This is where the maintenance workers would go to get into this area, to get down into these shafts to go and work on the smell of this place, which it smells horrible. Like, even you can't even see the bottom, and it just smells horrible. As this is happening, behind you, you hear, "Excuse me," as 3 Imperials stand in the hallway.
Riot will turn around and look at them.
What exactly are you both doing? As the Imperial officer looks at Warwick and has a shocking face on his has a shocked face on him. Says, "What on earth is one of those doing on here?"
My apologies. My whatever this thing is was playing with this door, and it seems he discovered the trash compactor.
I'm so sorry. I'm
Uh,
just gonna run to the bathroom. You can keep going.
okay. He looks towards you and says, "Well, keep it on a leash and have its hands away from the controls. We will not be responsible for if you lose your pet." As
Riot will
they
step there and close it.
Okay, you go ahead and close
Oh,
the door. As they are walking past you, the Imperials, the 2, just give you a look before one of the stormtroopers sort of shudders, and just they go about your guys' business.
Riot will wait until they're well without earshot, and then sigh and say quietly to Warwick, "We need to be a little bit more careful next time."
They were close.
He does not understand.
Yeah, and you're just gibbering at you.
Right. Let's get moving to find the others.
All right.
Easier to push them in.
You guys head to the. You guys head over to the spot where here I'll move you. Oh shit!
Oh, so let me move back over to here. That way you can select both of us.
Game back.
Sweet. Okay, I'll move you guys. I think it's right here. Yeah, so you guys go through this hallway section. I'll say you guys get about here. You pass this apartment complex area where you see a bunch of other people. They kind of give you some looks, as there are definitely a lot of different species that are happening. You guys can move forward now if you wish. I'm gonna reset my thing real quick again, because I think it's every time I move one of you guys, it resets me as
Okay.
a player. So
Okay, so click and drag away from any tokens, and it will, yeah.
okay.
Have I learned anything? Kind of wandering around, listening on people, just kind of relaxing and chilling. Do you want me to roll a perception or investigation check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception or investigation check. 19.
Nice.
God damn, you guys are doing pretty well. You mainly hear conversations of people that are talking about either money issues or various dealings with individuals. You do hear a bit of some information about imperial territories, this being one of them. Mainly that they are trying to gain more control of this substation, but since the local authorities have been keeping them on a leash, it is kind of hard for them to really move around. So which is why there's barely any imps even on this station at first. Like seeing those three are like the most of any of the imps that most people are seeing on a daily. You hear some guy complain that every time he plays Sabak, he's always losing, as there are a group of people that are watching these that little chess game that has the little figures. This is like a large table, like these little hologram lights. If you guys can see these,
Yep.
Yeah.
they are projecting matches of those creatures, and there are now like much more creatures on here. You see that there are giant golden scorpions. There are rancors in this. You even see that there's an Ackley that is a chess piece now. These matches are huge. As you see that there is one guy that sends out an Ackley to go and take care of this large four-headed monster that is sort of just and this Ackley just and one of the creatures die. There's cheers of yeah. Some other people are like, oh no. People are exchanging credits as there is a droid that is sort of like fastly handing people and taking people's credits in a organized fashion as people are placing bets on some of these games. You see that there are people on these tables that are playing various variations of like blackjack and Puzzak, and you see that there in the distance there are actual screens with pod races and various other galactic sports that are happening as well. There is just a plethora of noise in this area, so you have acquired a bit of some information. What are the rest of you doing?
I just had a very concerning idea, and that's maybe trying to get to Warwick to distract people while Riot rigs one of the games just for the lulz.
I mean, you can certainly try.
Oh God.
Warwick.
DM danger words.
Yeah.
Warwick, you see all this happening. All these aliens that are here. But that's not what is driving you. What's driving you is the brand new smell of fried foods and delicious sweet and sours and all sorts of things that are happening roughly over here, where people are getting served drinks and plates of all sorts of stuff. And the smells are incredible. You look over as there is a Trandoshan that sort of looks to you and just, watch yourself. As he goes back to his drink, there is a chair that is available if you want to try and get up on it.
Yep, gonna clamber into that seat.
Okay. You clamber into the seat, you sort of sit yourself, looking at all the aliens. A few kind of look at you and give a little nod. The droid looks to you and his sort of strange like flapping mouth parts look to you and says, "What are you wanting?"
He's just gonna say food in Ewok.
Yeah, you got it. What kind of food? We have ribs, we have sandwiches, we have soups, we have all sorts of things here. What exactly even are you?
So it understands Ewok. Hell yeah.
The droid understands many languages, but Do you speak Galactic Basic?
He can understand
literally
it.
Can,
Okay,
I
he can
understand it. I
he
just
can
cannot
understand
speak
it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Warwick's gonna order some ribs.
Okay. He looks over to you and says, "That'll be 5 credits."
Let me see here.
He sort of like he sort of has this like appendage out towards you.
I forgot, where did credits get put into?
That's in equipment. And you get credits from your background. I remember you took soldier.
Yeah.
I think that's 100 to 150. Let me double check.
Equipment.
100 credits, yeah, that you get from soldier.
I don't see it in equipment.
It's gonna be.
Or
It's
do I
gonna
have to
be.
put in an entry for credits.
No, it's right beside managed currency. It's
Oh man, all right.
yeah, it's gonna be right underneath your encumbrance.
Encumbrance.
Yo, boys, let's go!
Ah,
I just got paid.
Yeah, I got it. All right. There we go.
I just got paid. Now I'm
Alright.
happy. All right.
We'll pay the 5 credits.
All right.
You don't understand why the people like to trade in weird little
these
bones.
these shiny bits are very weird to you. You started either taking or have found them on the various enemies that you have faced, especially that your people have faced. So those white bucket helmet looking guys, you have faced them before, or at least you saw them as a child, and they seem kind of weak to you, but you were able to collect some of them off their bodies when you were younger, and it's been passed down to you. You hand him it, and the guy comes out with a full plate of these huge ribs. Like this singular slab of ribs is about the size of your torso. It is humongous, and
Hell yeah.
it smells so fucking delicious. Like it has some sort of weird like seasoning to it. It is piping hot. It is of some animal. You don't know what animal, but you don't care. It tastes good. You begin going to town on that meat.
Hell yeah.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
What does this do? Is this like just door controls, or is this controlling
It's
something
a
else?
it's a piece of the wall. It's
Okay.
like a wall cap. Over here on this wall over here is a large statue of this this sort of polygon human shape, kind of like a Nobel Prize looking sort of shape, and yeah. So a few of these caps are just like actual cap pieces.
So which of these tables looks like it's the person on one side is definitely losing, like especially on the far side?
There is a Itorian, the sort of like hammer-headed faced guys that is like
Oh, Nithorian.
yeah, Ithorian. He is like distressing, like it's just sighing this loud rumble because he is just absolutely getting crushed by this Dordarian that's just I win this time, Patara.
Which table is this at?
The hollow deck is the hollow table of this one is this one. So
Okay.
they're on either ends of the tables. But this large platform has the creatures that are almost life size. Like this is a huge table. These animals are life size, to a degree. As the game is actually resetting for another round, the Troidarian is sort of just flying with his like little flappy feet. His skin has more of like this greenish tone to him. As he looks over and says, "Who is next? Who wishes to lose their credits to me?" As there are a bunch of people on his side that are also taking potlucks, or not potlucks, taking pods and are betting with him and against him and are being exchanged credits by these fast distributor droids.
I'm gonna sit down over here and like this crisscross applesauce on the ground, legs crossed, because I'm 8 feet tall and it would be awkward standing next to this. And below the table where no one can see, I flip my security kit out and start fucking with the table.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a tech roll
Security kit?
with security. With your security kit, I will say you will have disadvantage because one,
Okay.
you are out in the open in a crowd of people who are playing with this game, and two, there are security droids that are going around this area and making sure stuff is not being fucked with. So you will have disadvantage for sure.
Fair enough. At least it's not a 5.
10. So you begin to put in some bobble pieces into some panel bits. What you don't realize is that this is a actual control piece to enter yourself as a player. As the Tordarian looks over towards you, as your info name actually pops up as a player with his scoring being over like 2,500 and something, you are at like level 0 in the record books. As he looks towards you and a few other people look to you, this large creature and says, You dare to challenge me now to this game? You don't even have a score!
While he's distracted and I'm just looking up at him, I'm gonna one hand up above the table go like, oh, I guess I could put down 100 credits or something, while the other hand I'm trying to turn a knob to rig the next fight against him to be the opponent winning.
Okay. You go ahead and roll me one more technical roll with super disadvantage because you are now caught. You are now caught, sort of doing this.
Okay.
That is a 1. A security droid looks to you, takes you by your hand, and looks to your hand and says, "Modifications for this have been detected. You are attempting to cheat the system. You will be escorted out of the casino area." As your information is plugged out, and a security droid begins to escort you out
I wasn't even
of
attempting to actually sign into the game. I was attempting to try and get someone else to be winner.
Well, you were definitely caught as people look over and says,
Yeah.
Someone tried to cheat as a newbie. Unheard of.
He's
So-
log off, buddy.
So
You're
you
done.
are not allowed into this casino area anymore.
Riot just shrugs. He caused the chaos that he was looking to cause.
Alrighty. There are still some other places to be explored. There are many other doors and other stuff.
I will ask her if there's a market here or anything where trade's going on.
A few people look to you and says, yeah, actually, there's a market. A Duros actually comes to you and says, my brother runs a shop just around the corner. It's in the hallway area. There's a separate door. There's 2 doors to it. You'll be able to see it. As he's actually pointing to this door that Tidbit and Riot have passed.
All right.
As you guys go through that, coming back over to our to Krim, you have made some conversation with this guy, and you guys are in a boastful laugh with a few other people talking about all sorts of things, but are definitely enjoying your time. What is it you would like to do now? As the gentleman looks to you and says, "This guy has some great stories so far. So what else have you done in this galaxy?" Grim? Hello?
I think his mic is busted.
Oh, is your mic busted?
Okay, we're good. We're here.
There we go. There we go.
It was busted. It was busted.
You yell at him a couple times. He starts working again.
Yeah, so I'll just be Yeah, just talking to. When it comes to the timeline, like how long have they been doing stuff? Like how much time do I need to like catch up to like
Um,
where we're at now?
it's been roughly about, I'd say roughly about an hour in. You've been here for roughly an hour with the rest of the guys.
Hour?
Yeah, you guys have had
Okay, so
you've had
during
some conversation. Like there's a small group.
yeah.
Everyone's on break at this point. Droids are being placed into recharge areas, and staff are pulling out sandwiches and drinks of all sorts. And you stumbling in here have just broken into conversation and have gathered a nice little circle of about 4 to 6 people, including this kinling of yours, who are now speaking with you.
Can
So yeah.
for the for these 4 guys, like you said, there's like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 guys. There's two Duros that are sitting next to you. There's a human, another Ithorian, and your kin member as
Deveronian.
well, Deveronian.
I would like to. I guess this would be over the course of the hour. I guess on all of them, I would like to do my charmer feature.
Okay, what does your charmer feature do again?
You spend 1 minute talking to someone who can understand what you say. You make a persuasion check contested by their insight.
Okay.
If you're in combat, it's an automatic failure, but it's not. If your check succeeds, the target is charmed by you as long as it remains within 60 feet of you and for 1 minute thereafter.
Okay, then let me go ahead and roll for that. That is a 7. I don't know why it rolled for the
Who is that?
stormtrooper.
Huh?
Sorry. It selected the stormtroopers. Don't worry, you're fine.
Just
Blast
oh,
'em!
hey. Oh, hey.
Just hear that man die in the background on the other side of the station.
So this is
All right.
this is a different guy trying to do stuff. So I will say that
I got 19 versus is 7.
Okay, yeah, you definitely have this guy in your pocket of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
As he
Am I-
is looking to you, he's definitely charmed by you and has enjoyed the conversation alongside with these other fellows. I believe you've done this charm a few times now to get the rest of these guys associated, and
Yeah.
there's definitely some laughs and stories being told here.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of like just making up some sort of like story of me being like a hero or whatever. That's the last we ever saw of him. What's that shiny barrel over there? It's been catching my eye a little bit.
Oh, that's right. One of the Duros speak up. That's Rydonian. It's very explosive. We have it here because we're trying to fuel it up for some of our little cargo riders out here. As you see these sort of yellow, white, and this big red vehicles, they are cargo haulers that are being worked on for this area. As you have seen now a few of these vehicles like pass by through the hallways. They're not very large. They are they're roughly like the size of like bikes of sorts, but they have a bit of a cockpit piece to them. They're roughly about 15 feet wide and about 5 feet across. As you see, because they fit into things. They're able to carry large amounts of stuff. As you see that one of the barrels is being used to be inserted into the fueling compartments for one of these vehicles. It says we use it as a fuel source so the combustion engines don't, well, completely explode. Our old fuel lines aren't working anymore. We're trying to figure out why with the station. So now we're using Rydonian for them.
Is there anything else I can glean from Rydonium or Rydonian?
Rydonium.
Rydonium. Is there anything else I can try and glean from Rydonium?
Not much. The barrel has a combustion symbol on it, meaning it is highly
Mhm.
explosive. There is a small device attached to the barrel, which is a movement detector. So it goes from like a green, orange to red, and usually has like a danger sign at the red. And right now
Mhm.
it's at a standing like small little shaky green, because it's not being moved at all. Um, and yeah, you know that this stuff is very highly explosive when it is being reactive. So it is highly reactive if it is like moved improperly. Like if you try and drag this barrel, it's most likely
It's
going to
immediate
explode.
explosion.
It's gonna like immediately explode. Or if this falls at a certain height, it's going to explode. It is one of the most delicately needed operated processing of material in the galaxy. It is used for all sorts of things, but if you are able to get it, it does sell for a nice price.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Oh, fuel. My ship needs fuel. Is there any way we could get a little bit for our ship? It'd mean a lot to me.
We'll have to run it by the boss. We do have some to spare.
Yeah, let's go talk. I don't want to ruin our break here, but do you mind if we all go talk to him?
well, there's no need for that. I just realized what.
Oh.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, don't change the story, by the way. I just realized for future reference that for some reason it's not adding my
That's okay.
my modifier.
A voice that comes through is actually a female voice. You see that there is a female Nautaya is approaching you.
What does an Altion look like?
If you look up Kit Fisto, the Jedi,
Oh, I know that one.
yeah, one of those.
I played Lego Star Wars. I know that one.
Yeah, so she has these large black eyes that are detailed with almost like an eyeliner of sorts, of like a red and white color, like a koi fish, over her body. These large and now like almost top knotted tentacles on her head, sort of sit upon her head, and she has this large welder-like helmet that is over her face as she is walking over towards you guys, and looks towards you and says, I haven't seen you in this area before at all, and the rest of you workers should be on your lunch break, which you already are. So tell me, who exactly are you? Because I have everyone here on the roster accounted for, except you. And she sort of
Oh,
puts her hand
yeah.
on her hip and is holding the dossier of all the people listed.
Oh yeah, I'm the new transfer from, and I can I try and remember the name that the droid asked,
Give me a history check.
which would be lore.
Or lore check, sorry.
Yeah.
I keep saying history.
Yeah, no, I'm also hardwired for that. Blowing into the imaginary dice for good luck.
Anything that helps.
Oh baby.
18.
This definitely ain't Avery.
The name you do remember, it was Lord Daratis.
Yeah, I'm the new transfer from Lord Darates. Sorry, I should have done more formal introductions.
She goes over her data pad and looks over and says, Ah, yes. Yes, now I remember. Lord Daratis did send a few people over here. Alright then, well, we are actually needing someone to move some of our fuel over to a hangar. If you think you can operate one of these ships, or one of our cargo haulers without exploding the hallways, then you're free to go and do so. But I want you back here as soon as it's done. It shouldn't take you long.
Yes, of course. I do have. If it's not too much of your time, just a minute of your time, literally. I don't say the literally part.
Mhm.
just a minute of your time. Like a new question for the transfer result, whatever. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do small talk until I can get her also under my charm.
Okay, I will say the conversation will you trying to learn where the hangar is. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check with super advantage because you are using your ability and you are surrounded by coworkers, quote unquote, that have taken a liking to you.
All right. So this is our regular advantage. That's already 22.
And
One
then
more
one
for the
more.
sauce. Okay, we don't like the sauce here. 22.
She gives you instructions on where the hangar bay is, which is just further down the hallway area where the rest of your crew has already passed by a door of it. As she says, it's going to be a long freighter. There should be a Trandoshan waiting for you by the name of, what was his name? As she goes over dossier and says, Tranquil Erataris. He'll be expecting you.
All right. I'll get that as fast as I can.
She looks towards your kin and she says, Barterus, you're going with him. I want you supervising his driving skills. And he looks to you and says, all right then. Come on, buddy. We got some stuff to do. As
All right.
you walk over to this yellow cargo hauler, I will actually haul you over to where you will be located.
Actually, I'm good. During this, I'm gonna use the comms to talk back to the ships. Like, hey, do we want some Rhydonium? Try to we're no you want some Rhydonium?
As you are saying this, the captain.
Yeah.
The captain sort of pulls out his comm, sort of steadily, and says, not now. The imps are here. As the imps, the Imperials, are in the hangar bay, and they are doing an inspection on the ship. And the captain sends out a small distress signal or not distress signal, but signal towards you all, and says, Group B from Group A. We are hiding in the ship currently. Imps are on the ship. Do not come in this direction for the next hour. I will let you know if things go sideways. Be on alert. As you all get this message. Continuing forward, you all are getting this message as you have entered into a grocery section. As you see, two protocol droids of similar colors are at these little checkout points as they welcome you in and say, "Hello, welcome to the grocery store. Here on the wheel, we provide the essentials of various processed food-based goods and valued items across the galaxies of all sorts of delicious snacks and more fruits. Please take inventory of which you would like and bring us what you are needing for the front counter. Please do not try and steal, for security will be notified."
Any local plants or foods?
You see that there are all sorts of things here. There are
I
processed.
get that. I'm asking if there are any local, the system has this fruit that they grow.
The system that is within here does not have any habitable planets or any vegetation known so far. However, most of the foods that are grown here are on station in our herbology places and some of our growing nurseries. Most of our produce is grown on station. We have a wide selection across the galaxy.
I think I found something I wasn't supposed to. That or it's just a missing wall.
What did you find?
This there's a
Oh,
big thing over here.
as you are going to this wall, you see that it is actually a window area that shows what appears to be a large power cord that is giving off a massive amount of light. Like, most of the light is in this place, but this is brightening this section of the of this place. You see that there are now other interiors of the substation. This glowing mass that is in this area. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know what this is.
It is like looking at a sun or laser beam that is continuously glowing. As this appears to be a very large and see-through power coupling of sorts that is being held in place by various coils that break it up in various parts. It is quite a large amount of power, and rightly so for this sort of station. The fruits that are in this area do look fresh. There are some that look like watermelons. Well, to human terms, above table, some of these look like watermelons and berries and tree-based fruits like bananas and coconuts. Even some weird spiky looking stuffs like guano and I forget the name of that big ass plant that's fucking huge, like tuapi or whatever the fuck. I can't.
Big ass plant.
Spiky plant. This is a really cool spiky plant.
Big ass plant.
There are also packaged goods here, as there are like chip bags of what appears to be what says in Huttese frog leg snackers. There are also Nimfoots, or no, sorry, not Nims, Nerf Foots that are also cooked as delicacies. There are all sorts of strange snacks and beverages here. You see that there's a popular cola, or not really cola, but soda that it's very tasty in the galaxy. It is known as Juwaju. It is very nice, has a nice carbonation to it. So yeah, if you guys want to get some food here, you definitely can. I'll
I
just
would
count
like
them.
to walk around and just record the names of the fruit and like just kind of like look at them and scan them,
Okay.
record the information.
You definitely get different kinds of places and different sorts of fruits and areas for you guys to check out. So yeah. You see that there are some over in this direct. I'm not pointing it out properly. You see, over in this area, there are some cargo containers and a few other doors in this section. So yeah.
I want to go open the door over here. I want to see what happens. Is this door locked?
Yes, the door is locked. If you're wanting to try and enter into this area, you are going to have to roll a security check.
I don't see security on here.
Or what would the thing for lockpicking be again? Sorry. I keep calling it security.
Riots in the bathroom if you want to wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the rest of you
Anyone
guys are
else
doing?
want to do anything? Yeah.
Is there any computer access where I could use some technology to get like a map of this place, find out like a data port? I'm looking like a quiet data port I can access and kind of get an idea of this place.
Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation check to see if you can find any control panels to give you information on the sector of the substation that you're on.
22.
22. You actually see a control panel over here. that doesn't look to be like the other control panels. So what would you like to do with this information?
I'm just gonna kind of rest my back, kind of like I'm gonna go to kind of the right of it, rest my back, pull out my kind of like I want to make it look like I'm just kind of relaxing there as I kind of tap away at my wrist computer as I start accessing it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a security check.
I do not have security, I only have technology, but I am
Or
trained in
technology, sorry.
technology.
Go ahead and roll me technology.
Whoa,
25.
that's a crit.
Okay. So, you access into this room. You are able to unlock it. And you find that this panel is to a door. A door that does not look like any of the other doors. And as you access it, it is now activated. Do you wish to open this door?
Can I learn more about the door? Like, what is this?
Recognizing over the controls when you are accessing it, these are using Imperial chain codes. These are Imperial decryptions, which you, in particular, have had plenty study in. Imperial technology has a certain wavelength, a certain way of dealing with things, and certain codexes, and you will instantly recognize these as Imperial codexes. This is to a secret hatch, which the Empire do have a few of, and you have access a few secret hatches in your early ages that you shouldn't have, and this is one of them.
Okay. Do I see any cameras around?
You do not see any cameras around. However, whoever may be in this doorframe will may or may not know if you are going to enter. Do you wish to continue and enter and open this door?
Do I know he's doing this because I'm close to him, or
You see that he is accessing some sort of panel, but you don't. Since you are only visually looking at it, you don't know what this panel is. You just see that he's accessing some sort of control panel.
I would like to walk over to him and just kind of see what he's doing.
Okay.
Secret imp entrance here. Might be something valuable, or we fuck up something.
Imperials are always hiding something.
There might be somebody on the other side, though.
I think we're fine. I don't see any cameras around.
How good are you at sneaking around?
I'm built for stealth.
All right, we can stick together for this one then. Ready?
Ready when you are.
All right.
All right.
Together, I'm gonna enter stealth as I kind of open the.
All right.
16.
16. Okay.
Oh
8.
shit!
You open the door. And right in front of you are 2 Imperial stormtroopers.
Is the door like
Are you able to see that it's open?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could like crack it instead of completely like just.
Okay, yeah. You look inside, and the door
I would have closed
itself,
it as soon as I saw that. Like, I'd be like, nope.
yeah, you see a single imp as the imp sort of looks and sees the door and says, "Hey!" And the door closes back up. And what are you guys going to do now?
Run away!
Run, go, go!
Run away!
The
Gambling
door,
hall, go.
the door
I flee
opens.
into the market.
Okay, the door opens back up as the Imperials are now coming out of this door section.
They didn't see me, right? Is what I was determined.
They saw your droid. They did not see you. They saw the droid sort of behind you, and they are coming out of the area, and they are now going to be looking around as they sort of pass by you and say, "Search for the droid!"
I saw something run that way as I kind of point down the hallway.
Go ahead and give me a
down
deception
here.
check.
do I have anything that like inspiration or anything like that I can roll with advantage?
Nothing really with you. It's straight deception.
Jack.
The imps sort of look at you and are like, and they sort of look at you and says, "In that direction, hardly should be taking word of you. Move aside." As one of them says to the other, "Look into the market area. I'm heading over to the other hangar." Roger that. Oh shit! How do
Can I
I?
try and hide behind the counter?
There we go. Hide behind the
So much
counter.
for built for
I
stealth.
would like to try.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check with disadvantage, as you are now being pursued,
Yes.
and you are right next to another droid who sort of looks to you and says, "Oh, what's going on?"
Why don't you just hide behind the things?
Yeah, you can
Same height, I
you
think.
can
Or yeah.
yeah, you can hide behind the shelves. I just don't have walls to hide you from the
Yeah,
shelves.
it's still disadvantage, I think, though,
Yes, it's still
because I'm
disadvantage
being
because you are
chased.
being pursued.
Could
Yeah.
I?
Oh, thank God.
Nice.
Oh, thank God.
17. Okay, the stormtrooper sort of is looking around. He is looking generally in this area, and then he moves over. He's looking more in this direction before he looks over at one of the other droids and says, "You there? Did you see any other droids walk through here?" It says, "No, sir. The only droids that are here are me and my other compatriot across the way." Keep a lookout. We have droids that aren't authorized." Yes, sir." And he goes off in a direction down this hallway. You see that Doro, you see that the other Daro, sorry, the other imp sort of like bangs on this door and says, "Open up in there," and then just has nothing, and then continues to search down.
While keeping an eye on Warwick, Riot will come around this corner and say to Daro, "Looks like I'm not the only one causing a little bit of chaos. What did you figure out?"
There's a major Imperial, I don't know, computer access. What would I think that is?
From
What
a
does that feel like to me?
Group band.
From a glimpse of what you saw, it looked like a Imperial database, but it was kind of hard to tell. There were a bunch of blinking lights and just large blocks of like wirings of sorts, but it was kind of hard to tell.
I think an Imperial database, if I had to guess.
Packed with
Right.
Imperials?
Yeah, and stormtroopers. There's probably 9, maybe even 9 to 10 of them in there.
That doesn't sound good for our pilot, Otto.
Well, hold on to you, by the way, keeping well, let's actually not draw too much attention to ourselves. I was trying to get a little information on this base. Guess we learned a little more than we wanted to. I am actually going to grab some food, though.
All
I'm
right.
just going to grab, like, that looks fun, and that looks fun. This looks interesting. And I'm basically going to go, like, okay, here, and I need how to cook this stuff, and how to eat it.
Okay.
And I buy it and just leave, like, with a big bag, and I walk out, I'm like, all right, I'm good now.
Alrighty.
How much does that cost me?
That would cost you it'll cost you for the whole stuff about roughly 45 credits.
That's a lot. That's a lot of food.
That's all. I was like, some apples and bananas and like a good mix. Whoa, that's an expensive.
There's plenty of
Pri-
Imperials to eat, though.
The prices for these are homegrown, and most of the other stuff that is through here is also imported across the galaxy. The prices are varied based on the markets. We do apologize if you dislike this.
All right. Well, that's my food.
Alrighty.
All right. So Do we actually? So we know there's a data terminal in there. Do I look up at the ceiling, the walls? Do I see any what looks like data terminal, like what could be larger information? Like
Nothing that you see directly. The wall looks as if it is just part of the wall. The Imperials definitely have hidden whatever they have hidden quite well, nearly in plain sight. The other room across from you looks like to be the actual communications hub area for this sector of the substation.
probably communications, monitoring, things like that. Then
As you guys are
Do we
continuing,
want to try and go somewhere else?
yeah.
as you all are trying to avoid this area, you hear from your boss on comms. All right, the imp inspection is over. Time to get to work and speak with our contact. Meet me in the hallway area. You'll see me near a door access point.
Are these guys walking away towards us?
They are walking towards you guys. So pausing it right here. So you see that the imps, the one guard that was coming down has now met up with these people, with these other Imperials, and looks like he is informing the Imperial officer as they are now quickly and
Market. Go back in the market. T. Go back in the
quickly
market.
they are quickly going towards where they come from.
Market.
And we're going to stop right here a moment. And I'm going to make a roll. Go ahead, Tidbit, roll me a stealth check.
I didn't mean to send that. That's my bad. My bad. Oh god, seeing all the dots form in on me as I accidentally type something in chat.
It's okay.
The spotlight.
Yeah, it does move you too. As this is also happening, you are let's see. Grim, you are setting up the controls. Go ahead and give me a piloting check for this for this truck that you're trying to drive. Everything is
Can I
loaded already on
say-
it. You just now have to operate it.
Can I say the other Devronian's giving me the help action?
Yeah, I would say he's trying to teach you, so you'll have advantage.
Yeah. Okay. 17.
17. He is pointing out the controls quite well for you to get this moving, as he says, and that lever right here is the speed modulator. Do be careful not to set that too high, or you'll go flying faster than a pod racer.
All right, good to know. I think I got everything.
All right,
And-
you position yourself well enough to begin moving this. You get roughly to where the rest of your crew is, as
They're gonna see me coming in on a forklift.
yeah,
Run the asses over.
yeah,
Kill them motherfuckers.
you are having to go a bit slow and make some turns that are a bit squared, but you get roughly right about if I can do the pointing bit, you get roughly about here.
Okay.
If you can see that.
I physically cannot see that. I do ask that though. It's like, so do we want that Rhydonium or?
You get onto the comlink with the pilot and says, "Yes, we can actually use some Rhydonium. Just leave it by the ship."
All right, so I think I'll do a. I'll tell the guys like, all right, I got it from here. Don't worry, I got it from here. And instead of going this way, I'm just gonna and then turn it around and just try and haul it onto the ship.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a deception check for your Davorian friend with advantage because you have him charmed.
Right.
And he looks over and says, "This isn't the hangar bay, is it? At least I didn't think it was that close."
It's what she said. She said it would be done quick. 27. Natural 20.
Natural 20? Yeah. You can. It's like, all right, I'll trust your judgment. As you get over to the ship, he looks over and says, "Huh, that manifest must have been wrong because this Corellian freighter is nothing like what they said. You sure this is the right one?"
I'm positive. It's what she said it wouldn't take long, is because it's right here.
Well, all right then. Well, we'll load it off of here. As you have now acquired 6 barrels of Rhydonium.
All right.
You sneaky
I-
fuck.
all right. So I think I got out, and I'll like pretend to mimic something. It's like, yeah, I'll be there right away. Okay. All right. Can you do me a huge favor and bring this forklift back? I gotta go somewhere else.
Uh,
Or
sure.
whatever.
I can
It's
maybe.
not forklift. I don't know what it would be called.
It's like a trolley car forklift thing.
Yeah, yeah, if you could bring that back, I gotta go somewhere else. New initiation, all that, you understand.
Yeah, I know about that. I had one of those myself. All right. As he goes back, uh, to do that, you are. If I can move you. Yeah,
Gotta get out of here.
you quickly and swiftly get moving from your pretend job of the day, and you will actually meet up with the captain. Did you roll that stealth check? Tidbit?
Did you need me? Oh, okay, no, sorry. If he was rolling it with disadvantage, he got a 17.
17. Okay, yeah, you are. You
Oh,
actually
sorry, I was muted.
see.
That was before.
Okay, you actually move into this space that I'm
Okay.
pointing at.
Oh, my bad.
That's my plan.
You actually
You close the door,
oh,
and you see that there are other droids in this area. As a bit from this wall, you hear a voice coming over intercom saying, "Welcome to Bakadabaz, welcome to Bakadabaz Boss Shop. You can be able to find all sorts of baubles at this place. My name's Baka. Where can I help you?"
Ooh.
As you see, in this corner, there is a Duros, sorry, that is looking at you. His skin is quite wrinkly. He is very old, and he is just looking at you and says, "What is a droid doing in here? You here for a pickup?"
No, I heard about this from the organic life forms in the station, so I figured I'd come take a look.
Ah, you must have heard it from my brother. Yeah, he's trying to promote the business here. We ain't finding much, as we practically just have a little pawn shop. The rest of you see these imps that are passing by as they are saying, "Move aside! Imperial business!" As they are going into their area, you guys lose these imps in the large crowd that is like moving for them as they are going into this space. And
Make a quick investigation check as I walk in, just to see if there's anything interesting that he's selling.
Yeah, could I also roll perception or
Yeah,
investigation? Whichever.
yeah, you guys can roll perception or investigation to see what they're selling.
18.
16.
and do I
18,
Perception.
16. The rest of you guys do see your compatriots go into this space. It does look like a little shop, as there are signs on the outside of it. It's just really hard to see the signs, as there's just so many people passing by and so many advertisements going in and out.
Can I look around for anything? Any like I'm forgetting the word, but like knowledge type stuff, like books or not books, but holodecks. Not holodecks. God, I'm forgetting the fucking words for it.
Databases?
Just yes, just
Okay.
stuff that has information and
You
knowledge.
You do find a few audio logs and databases that are either empty or filled with some sort of data. You're not sure what until you actually plug them in and
Mhm.
get them going. There are some audio tapes for various books in holographic form, as there's one about a love story of two people, um, that is actually read by uh, a Twi'lek woman. She has this
Mhm.
sort of like very seductive and well, like attentive tone that most organics would be like, oh, this is quite nice. Um, Duro, you come across what appears to be some crates of what looks like weaponry of some sorts, next to a box of droid parts. These droid parts are actually what look to be like battle droid parts. There's a few arms, a B1 head in a sort of red color with a even darker red detailing on it, on the back end of its like sort of like dappled coils. Um, there
I'm gonna
is all
I'm
sorts
gonna
of
grab
things.
some. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some small pieces for kind of like some droid bits and bobs that I could have used that. I need that,
Okay,
and I'll
go ahead and put it in your
like a
inventory.
rare piece basically of like, oh, I've been looking for this.
Okay, go ahead and put in your inventory a S2. Was it fucking S2T droid head? Because pulling from the pile, you come across a very weird droid head. It is very square. It looks to be it has 3 eyes, this sort of weird beak looking uh piece that comes out, and
S2 what?
S2T droid head.
All right.
This head looks very different from the rest of these other heads. Um, it definitely has some interesting markings for sure, but it is very different. You have never seen any type of battle droid head like this before, let alone any kind of droid head like this before. Um, Going further into the area, Warwick and Riot, you do see that there is a door over here with a sign that says Hangar Bay 281-A.
Which one are we looking for the Ugnaughts?
For the Ugnaughts, that would be further down past the casino. So,
Okay.
you guys sort of see down the hallway past a lot of creatures. You do see Oto Pilos with Grim at this door. As Oto looks and says, looks and gets your attention, Grim. Grim, over here. Ah, there's the rest of
Oh,
you.
thank God. Oh, thank God. I guess it'll be more like a. Oh.
All right. I will go in first. This area is a bit treacherous. As he walks in and begins to look over the area, the Ugnaught that had met you, Doro, now is looking over at this, over at the Doug pilot, and the Doug says, "I'm here for your boss." As he looks over and says, or the Ugnaught just looks over and says, and points up to the platform area. You watch as your captain sort of jumps up onto these pipelines and quickly grabs on with both of his arms and begins to actually climb the pipelines very quickly, as he is already over this wall section and is looking over, and you see her, ha ha, there you are. As there's a slight echo and various ways of getting here. So, you guys would have to walk over if you want to meet up with this area. You sort of have to sort of walk carefully. There is a platform that goes across this way. There is an elevator shaft right in this section where this Ugnaught is standing. So you guys have to sort of like hop across a little bit of a gap in order to get to it as it sort of lifts up to this Ugnaught. As the Ugnaught looks to you, it says, and points over to another platform, a little bit over. Hold on, I'm trying to find the tool to point it out.
Are weapons allowed on this ship, or do we leave most of our
you guys would have had concealed weapons on your person.
Okay, yeah, so I hold up blaster and stuff like that.
So yeah,
Mine's already concealed.
so this walkway, so so this is a open area. The detailings that you see, so like this little bit of these exposed wires and areas, this place is huge. It is roughly about 120 feet up and 200 feet down, as this darker portion is not covered by light. The platform lifts up about 30 feet above from you guys, so you guys are having to traverse a very, very difficult terrain. So over here, where I'm pointing, if you guys can see, this is another platform, and you guys are going to have to do some athletic checks in order to get across this whole little bit. Because it is not a bunch of even platforms. It is multiple layers and multiple sections of you trying to traverse this area. I was trying to work the lighting system to where like you could see like the outlines, but it looks like it didn't really work out too well.
That's fine.
I have a quick question. Is there like a weight limit notice on this what you said is like a rickety walkway?
So you see that there's like a brown, so there are like beams, like supporting beams of like wires and pipes that are holding up some of these bits, and you see this sort of like grated this like grated brown bit right here.
Yeah.
That's the walkway platform. It looks like it can hold at least like one person going across, but it can hold multiple people. So like it's like a 5x5 space walkway that leads to the platform, and there are other ones like this that are being supported. So like these little areas right here where Goose is looking at, these are other panel pieces. As you see across the way, there's this large power tube that is connected underneath the platform, right above from you. As other two Ugnaughts are looking over, one of them that looks over and says, "Be careful! It is a deep fall! I have spoken!" So
I'm mainly now that I'm up here, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on like this, make sure that he's kind of, because I see myself as muscle mainly, like security, so I don't have to stand next to him, but just kind of perception check, kind of keeping overwatch.
yeah, if you guys want to get over to that area, if you have a means of either flight or wanting to try and walk there, go ahead and give me a group acrobatics or athletics check with hyper advantage. So that would be 4 dice. To see if you guys are either one of you guys, and then you guys can
+4. I don't know. What it
I have
is.
a
So do
plus,
I.
I have a +5 to athletics.
All right.
All right.
He's got it.
All right,
And
so
this is to get everyone up.
Yeah, this is going to be for everybody. So this will be at hyper advantage. So you roll 4d20.
okay, so the first set of advantage and
Okay.
second set.
Okay, yeah. Um,
Bitch.
you guys help one another a little bit. Tidbit is having a little bit of an issue trying to get past these walkways as he's sort of having to be sort of carried a little bit to them because he can't. I don't think Tidbit can really like jump too well, as jumping hydraulics aren't typically with your model bits. um, so you're having to be like sort of lifted over some areas, but you all are able to traverse and get over to this section over here. As you see, there are several Ugnaughts that
Oh, I
are
can
working
shoot.
in this area. You see two of them that are going over what appears to be like some snacks, as they are pulling on this large piece of like this
Oh,
stretchy,
I
like
did not mean
weird
to move you.
putty. This like weird stretchy putty of sorts. You guys can be able to get up here, can you?
It's blocked, I
I'm
think.
finding it.
Oh, it's
I'm trying
blocked?
to find it, Captain.
Here, let me,
Yeah, this is all blocked. That
oh, it's
ladder's
blocked?
blocked.
Okay, let me move you
We're up.
guys.
Assume we're up.
Uh,
Yep.
there we go.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't know if it was
you left me
blocking.
behind.
No, we didn't.
No.
We left you where we responded.
Here, I'll move you as well, up to here.
Yippee.
Is that everyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and position you guys yourselves right about there. So somewhere right there where the captain is. The captain
We
will
love
move.
leaning on this.
Give me a moment.
I love
I
seeing
can't,
random Star Wars MMOs tokens. It's my favorite.
can't believe the Rhydonium heist worked, at least for now.
Hey, brother, we're the first session and you already fucking stole some valuable shit.
It's my whole bit, man.
I will say I discovered all of a sudden that I should have had a 15 on that first roll, not a 10.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna have him change the story. It's
Yeah,
funnier the way it
it
is.
is what it is.
In case any of you were curious about my luck, me saying I'm built for stealth and then rolling an 8 is my luck in general.
Oh,
Can't
you
believe
should
that
see
shit.
what Boop Snoot rolls occasionally on Avery, that bot.
Oh yeah, I know.
In my other server, we have like a bingo board every session, and if someone gets bingo, they get like inspiration.
Okay, I'm back.
My luck is so bad that one of the bingo slots is me getting screwed over by Avray.
That's kind of funny.
Oh man. Alrighty. The
I do have to go to bed here kind of soon, by the way, just so you're aware.
okay.
Unfortunately.
You guys look over as the captain is speaking with this large, chunky Ugnaught that looks to you guys as he's speaking in full basic, and Otto is talking to him. Says, "So, this is the motley crew of mine that are assisting me with the travel." As the Ugnaught looks to you and says, "Well met. So, you guys are the ones that are gonna help us get out of here, right?"
That's the plan.
Good. I see you have a few droids with you. As the Ugnaught looks over to Tidbit.
Is there gonna be a problem with that, sir?
Not at all. As long as you keep well maintained. If you need help with that, we can definitely do that. As Otto says, no need for that. They are well maintained. I have two more. So, how many are we going to be moving from this space? The Ugnaught looks over and says, "We have 30 Ugnaughts at the ready." Otto looks over and says, 30? That's going to be a lot of room. You'll have to stay in the cargo port for our ship in order to be housed properly. Don't matter. As long as we have a space, we can be able to make it safe. The rest of but I need to head to Nalhutta. My crew is going to be off in Lantilles until I arrive back. Or will you have enough fuel to make both trips to those areas? We can certainly try. As Oto looks over to Grim and sort of whispers to you, "How much Rhydonium were you able to get?"
6 barrels.
He opens his eyes wide. He's like, 6 barrels? How the hell
Yeah,
did
I
you get
put.
6 barrels?
Long story. We might need to leave soon.
He
We
he
might need.
he face palms a minute as his face sort of drips with his hand rolling on it. Says, "If you drag us into more issues than we already have, we will have problems." 6 barrels. Oh, well, at least we don't have to fuel up for some time. We have plenty of fuel now. um, we can be able to make both trips at this point. The Ugnaught says, "Well, good. Then we'll begin moving our people into the area."
Slight. Does anyone have like a change of clothes real quick? Cause they may not. I may not want to be seen going back to the ships. Anyone got like a cloak or something? Something I could conceal my face with?
One of the
Um,
Ugnaughts looks over and
I have
does like a piggish noise and and so holds up this large tethered blanket that looks more like a cape to you.
I'll take it. Yeah, and I'll just like wrap it like a scarf or
Before
like
he sort of pulls back at it and like holds out his hands, is like looking at you and says, he wants 15 credits for it.
Is he one of the people we're escorting?
Yes, he is one of the Ugnaughts that you are escorting. It's this one right here. This one in front of you.
Yeah.
He sort of has like a big white scar across his face. He looks more piggy than the rest of them, as he's doing a lot of snorts towards you, and it's just having his hand out, like a uptight asshole, just high nose in the air, just like, come on, I ain't giving you shit
Anyway,
until you give it to me.
anyway, we can bring it down to 10 credits because we're already escorting you out of here.
He says no.
All right, 50. I make a
Okay.
fuss about it.
He gives you the cloak, and you now have a tethered cloak that'll give you +4 to stealth checks.
Whoa, what the fuck? Holy shit!
A good
Alright,
15
Mr.
credits in my
Shitty
possession.
looking cloak gives you
$50
+4.
cloak. Jesus Christ.
You have
If you lose
you,
the cloak, you will you will not be able to make any more stealth checks with that cloak.
That makes sense to me.
It's a one-time use of a stealth check for the +4.
Oh, it's a one-time use. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
Jesus.
I
yeah,
was
no.
gonna
You
say, let's
can't
tri-
keep it entirely. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I will
let's
say
triple my stealth check for 15 credits, please.
Oh.
every stealth check it will go down by -1. So you do one it's +4, you do
Okay.
another it's +3, you do another it's
4,
+2.
3. Okay. Let me write all this down.
So yeah,
Still crazy good. Oh my god.
it
What
won't
else
be
is
good for
crazy good?
long.
Pop-Tarts.
No, just hoard them. You buy 5 or 6 and then
I
just
don't-
hoard them.
I don't know how many tattered I don't know how many
Yeah.
tattered cloaks are on sale.
So the Ugnaught
Alright.
looks to you all and says, "It's going to be a little bit till we can move everyone. I'll send a communications for most of them. The rest of the crew here is going to gather up our belongings and take it to the ship. Is there any questions before we head out?"
So I'm guessing you don't want the Imperials to know you're leaving?
The imps aren't a matter of me, but if they do discover we're leaving, there will be trouble. I have spoken. As he now goes off to go inform the rest of his people, the Otto looks to the rest of you and says, "Let's help him out."
Riot will lean in closer to Otto and He'll try and speak quietly. He'll say, "Is there possibly more places on this on the side of the station that there might be entertainment places, as I have been kicked out of the previous one for attempting to cause a little bit of trouble."
That
Yeah,
could
why don't
be.
we focus on getting the job done?
Yeah, let's. Where I'm a little bit, where it might be in a little bit of hot waters. Hey, do I
They're
have
co-
any like decent like estimate of how much 6 barrels of rhydonium would cost?
Go ahead and give me a lore check. Because the prices of this
Well,
material has definitely gone up over the last few decades.
no. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Foundry. Foundry, you're
19.
my beloved. 19.
Uh, a single barrel of rhydonium, with the size that it was roughly about a medium-sized barrel, goes for roughly about, I'd say about 800 credits. So 6 times 8?
8 is 48. So 4,800 credits.
Yeah, so you would get
Jesus.
4,800.
4,000.
Yeah, 4,800
Yeah,
credits
so
for the barrels.
you may shun me. That's almost 5,000 credits worth of fuel.
Ye-
I think it was a worth deal. I'm gonna go hide on the ship. I'm gonna go now and hide on the ship.
Alrighty,
If you
you,
excuse me. Oh, I can't move. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck on the
yeah,
balcony. Never mind.
No, you're trapped here permanently.
Okay. Well,
this will,
I'll hang out with this guy. He's cool.
alright, as you all are prepping to go and get these, going, do we want to continue with the session, or do we want to call it here? Because I know a few of us have to go to bed.
I do.
How much time you? How much time?
Unfortunately, I have to go
You
to
think
bed.
it's? You gotta go
Gotta go
now.
to bed?
All right.
Yeah,
Alright, then
unfortunately.
we
Oh.
will, then I say we will stop here for the session, and we will continue the rest of the mission because
Nice,
we are going to be needing to get some athletic checks going because these Ugnaughts are small and they are carrying a lot of heavy shit across some
Yes.
very, very rickety stuff. And I will also try and fix the map in Foundry so that it will look proper to the way I
Oh,
pretty
it's
good.
not.
want it to be.
No, it's
That's pretty
yeah.
good.
Just do it in spare time. It's enough.
Okay,
Oh,
because
no,
I mean,
yeah, it's totally
we
fine.
got another 2
because
weeks,
I don't
so we're
because I
good.
don't because I don't because I don't know how it looks on your
It's pretty
guys'
good.
end.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
It's good.
good.
I don't know how it look on like the camera.
Um,
But
camera wise,
That's good.
it's picked up pretty well. It looks
yeah,
nice on the camera.
it's good. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Like
for
maybe, probably like a let's say like 480p would probably be
Yeah.
the best way I could put it, which is not bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it looks fine. Doesn't need to be
Oh.
high def.
yeah, for a tabletop map, really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I spent
I like all
days
the
with a few
grannies.
hours. Oh yeah, I spent a couple hours separate days of finishing this. I was struggling yesterday to fill a lot of the space of like what am I gonna put in here? I want to put in something like sneaky. I want to put in like a fucking a Star Wars
Yeah, I like how there
7-Eleven.
was a. I like how there's just a fucking secret room in the one corner he fucking looked in. That was great.
Oh yeah,
Just like full of Imperials. Like,
I was
fuck.
I was not expecting you to actually find that. I was surprised. Um, I was thinking you guys were gonna go more into like the living quarters area to go try and steal some shit because there is
Had to get that covered, buddy.
high table. There are some locked doors that you can access and go see if you can get some stuff from people's belongings. Kind of like Star Wars
Very.
Knights of the Old Republic style, where like you could just go
Shitty
into
thing
a
to
place
do,
and try and find some shit.
though. That's such a shitty thing to do. Not just break into people's houses and rob them.
I mean,
Yeah,
It's,
I mean,
it's very
it's your
Barry
choice.
that it's very Barry that the first thing he does in the first session is steal fucking highly valuable shit.
I literally walked in, took a right, acted like I was supposed to be there, and then stole $5,000 worth of material.
Yeah, you did pretty well. You were just going with the flow.
So plug update. I think I already said I should have had a 15 instead of a 10. Don't change the story. Keep the story the way it is, just for
Okay.
future reference. I don't think skill check or I don't think your modifiers are being added to tool checks. Just
Okay.
as a heads up.
Okay.
What
So
checks? Tools?
Yeah.
Tool check.
Oh, let me do a flute.
Flute check.
Mines are fine.
Okay,
Flute check.
let me double check that and see if it. Hold
I'm
on.
now realizing I shouldn't have a flute because I cannot
Mine's-
blow air.
Yeah, mine. Oh, yeah, mine doesn't work actually as well. I actually did an
Yeah.
actual tool.
The flute is a tool.
Well,
You tool.
Okay, let me see if resetting
Well, we'll
the,
just do it like we'll just add it manually. Worst case scenario.
We'll do it live.
fuck it, we're doing it live.
There we go.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself to do the outro real quick.
Okay.
Well, this session was definitely fun. I definitely enjoyed it. The players definitely seem to enjoy it, and I hope you guys, the viewers, definitely enjoy this. These are going to be posted every other Thursday, for the coming future. So definitely check out the next sessions. If they're not, I will definitely post a small little short reel to let us know, like, hey, things have changed. But yeah, a lot of interesting things. Imperials have been discovered, and yeah. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you guys are wanting more Star Wars content and Dungeons and Dragons content, definitely check it out. We are going to be trying to get a Patreon going, so that you guys can send money to us and we can actually pay for these services for it to continue, and it would definitely help me out, definitely help the channel out, definitely help the players as well. So leave a comment down if you guys want to see more of Star Wars stuff. Hit the like button. Hit the notification so that you know that we're going to be posting videos. There are other videos coming out, such as for Helldivers and other video games. But as always, guys, I hope to see you guys in the next video. And until we meet again.